Hey guys, Crystal Grace here. Welcome to this pickacard reading, which is all about what are people's thoughts and feelings about you today. We have three piles to choose from. We've got pile number 1, we've got skull. Pile number 2, we've got bees. And pile number 3, we've got crystals. So take a moment to connect with one of the cards. If the reading begins to trigger you in any way, please opt off of the reading and trust that the reading is not for you. So with that said, let's get into it. Let's find out what are people's current thoughts and feelings of you today. Pile 1, welcome to your reading. Those of you who chose skull endings. Gives me strong Scorpio energy, death energy for some reason, maybe because of the skull. But some of you could have been born on the 29th. I did record this video on the 29th. We've got Friday 11, legs 11. So also got March and September there. So maybe you could have been born on March 11. Well, September 11 was a terrible day, wasn't it? It's hectic. So let's get into it. What are people's thoughts and feelings of pile number 1? What's the pentacles? Holy shit, all the if we get one more pentacle, ooh, we're all gonna win. Nothing. Nah. Too many cards. Oh, there's the 6 of Pentacles. Stop it. And there she is. I did not fake that. I did not forge that into existence. Oh. Cool. Well, there wasn't strong, what do you call it? Earth sign placements. I don't know what is. So, yeah, obviously Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. And what else is there? Sagittarius, Aries. You could be a really slow moving person on the basis of Knight of Pentacles coming out. I kind of feel like some of you could be really indecisive at this time, or at least that's somebody's thoughts and feelings about you. Not that that is a Pentacles energy. They normally operate in a very stable and secure energy. But the thing about Knight of Pentacles, they're very slow moving when it comes to opening up their emotions, trusting people with talking about how they feel, especially lovers. So somebody might be feeling and thinking that you're very indecisive about how you feel about them. They could also be thinking and feeling that like you don't know what you want. It could be the reason why, and they're thinking it's the reason why you're operating so slowly, why you're being in a state of reservation is what I'm hearing. But yeah, I don't know. There seems to be like, seems like somebody's thinking and feeling like maybe they're investing their time and energy into somebody that is juggling too much. And it may not be the fact that you're juggling them, but you could be juggling them and maybe some kind of emotional like trauma or emotional baggage here. But it's not all bad. That's sort of a vibe I'm picking up. But looking at the cards individually, lots of people connect with these readings. If we look at them on the basis of each card alone, the Knight of Pentacles would indicate that people are thinking or feeling that you're very reliable, super hardworking. There could be a promotion coming up for some of you. Like these thoughts and feelings could be coming through from like a potential employer or your current employer as well, because there's a lot of like, they're all Pentacles. So this could also be all work related as well. People could be thinking you're very like committed to your goals and your projects. You're always approaching tasks with a methodological and persistent attitude as well. So we do have the Queen of Pentacles here on the table. So people are definitely feeling and thinking of you in a very high regard, pile one. Like there is this admiration about you, this ethical persona as well, like this high value, high, like this prestige energy is how people think and feel about you. You're very prestigious. Like a Queen of Pentacles walks into a room and, you know, it's a person that looks like they've got their shit together. Well, when it comes to finances, they're very confident. They're also very confident at work and in business, but they take more of a feminine approach in the workplace as opposed to a masculine. So they will nurture their team as opposed to allowing their team to work autonomously, I guess. King of Pentacles expectations in the workplace would be for everyone to know what they're doing and not need to ask questions. The Queen of Pentacles would be more open and humble for those employees. So you are very humble in the workplace. You could provide really good training and support, mentorship as well. At least people think and feel about this. You know, people might feel you have a very strong attention to detail as well here, and you have a very grounded and stable energy. You may actually value security and comfort is also what I'm hearing, or at least that this is what they feel and think about you. Like you're not a person that will sway towards like fleeting trends or like go out on a whim. You're very practical. You could be seen as somebody very rigid as well here. But genuinely, I feel like people are very much in admiration of you at this time. Without a doubt. The Seven of Pentacles will go to. I just think it's sort of like reiterating the Knight of Pentacles. But they could be feeling like you're not afraid to put in the effort and wait for the fruits of your labor to manifest. Like you're not afraid of hard work. When you go to work, pile one, you work. So I definitely feel like this is energy coming through in regards to your workplace. Like when people talk about you at work, it's like, oh, pile one is like one of the hardest workers. Like they come in here and get shit done. And they could be very much like comparing your energy or your ethics in the workplace to other people. So it could be like your colleagues hearing this, which, you know, naturally when somebody's like, oh, can't you work like pile one or work like somebody else, they really get their knickers in a knot. It's not everyone's dream to hear that. But yeah, they might feel you're a person who takes their time to evaluate, you know, your decisions and your progress about your future. You're not a fool. You don't rush into things. You're very practical, very grounded, very serious as well. Like somebody might be feeling like you're too serious. Like you might need to lighten up a little bit. Like it's all work, work, work and no play, play, play. Because the Two of Pentacles can talk about somebody needing to weigh up their options, the pros and the cons in regards to whether or not they're going to like clean off their plate a little bit and have a bit more fun. Like I feel like somebody feels like you need to let your hair down or relax, like you're taking a situation or maybe a relationship more serious than you need to. The Two of Pentacles could indicate how people are feeling or thinking about you. Is that, yeah, like you're managing various aspects of your life with as much grace and maybe agility as possible. But I am seeing like a bag of oranges fall on the ground. So I feel like people are feeling and thinking like how long does it go on for of you being in this like maybe this serious energy before it all like starts coming undone. So that could be somebody who maybe wants more of your time, but you don't want to give it. It is an energy where people can think or feel about you being very flexible, very positive as well, and understanding like life, like you kind of go with the flow a little bit. Like life, it's not that you go with the flow. I feel like you have a routine. When I think about earth energies, excuse me, when I think about earth sign placements, Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn, they normally have their days planned out. They've got their weeks planned out. They've got their careers planned out. They've got their assignments planned out. They're not people who tend to they're not people who don't have like a roster, like a cleaning. Maybe they might not have a cleaning roster, but like they genuinely have to-do lists. You're that person, I feel. But I think you are like have a very positive attitude, or at least they think this. Like you could be really rigid, but you're also like, you're not morbidly rigid. Like you have a positive outlook. You're a realist in the sense like you understand life offers ups and downs. And you know what? I feel like what they're feeling about you at the moment is, when you need to like pull back and maybe rest and care for yourself, especially if you're juggling a lot emotionally. And maybe what like these people are thinking or feeling about you is that like you actually truly know what it is you need when you need it, right? You're able to prioritize yourself, maybe your tasks, when there's chaotic situations internally unfolding for you or you are facing. There's something about emotional energy here. And I feel like if you're going through something at this time, this person or like these people understand that you know how to like go away and fix yourself. You're very independent, and I feel like you do struggle to allow people into the heart space, is at least this is what these people think. Yeah, because I definitely feel like you have some kind of tension building up, or at least this is maybe what they're thinking and feeling, hence the bag of oranges going on the floor. Because if you're constantly in the need to balance responsibilities, constantly juggling, I just feel like what they're thinking or feeling is like that's going to lead to stress. That's going to lead you to feeling overwhelmed, and shit's going to hit the fan. Like you're going to eventually break. So somebody might see or be thinking or feeling like you're working too much. There is no break, and that's going to end well. That's not going to end well for you. So, yeah, it's pretty interesting. I'm loving the Queen of Pentacles coming up here for you. Like, I genuinely feel like these thoughts and feelings are coming from people who genuinely care about you. To be sitting there and kind of like contemplating your decisions, what's happening in your life currently. Seems fairly like mature. The Queen of Pentacles, people feel or see you as a very well-grounded and reliable person. You're very warm and caring. So again, when you walk into a room, not only do you look high value, but you look like somebody that can provide support and guidance in a very stable, mature manner. Like your energy doesn't scream, I'm an erratic, fucking crazy person, like come at me. Like you seem well put together, you seem well educated, you seem like a businesswoman. Like you've got something to show, you've got something to say of value. So yeah, like you look very classy, so to speak. We can also consider the Queen of Pentacles, people maybe feeling like maybe whether or not you're able to provide them a stable and supportive like family or like future. So just bear that in mind. I don't know. I just think you have a lot of prosperity or something like that, or at least that's what people are thinking about you. You're a person who has a lot of like you've got high values. Your values and your morals aren't beneath you, they're above you, meaning like you're always acting in a place of integrity. So now I see the justice in my third eye. So I definitely feel like people see you as somebody who's always acting with integrity. They may see you as somebody who has a lot of like material items or material success as well. That naturally also comes with, the Pentacles suit. And then to close out your reading with the Six of Pentacles. Yeah, I definitely feel like you're very generous and compassionate. I feel like, hang on, you're very generous with your time. You're also generous with your money. And I feel like for some of you, when you go and like give to charity, um, I don't know who this is, but people, they might see you on the camera or they might see you at the bin. And then when they know who's dropped it off. So I feel like when you give people stuff and they know it's from you, um, that is when this strong, generous energy comes through. So what I'm picking up, it's like, you give things away that people would never give away. So I feel like maybe you guys are like, don't like clutter. You like, haven't worn it in a couple of years, so I'm going to give it away. But it costs a lot of money or it's still in really good condition. I just feel like people with this Six of Pentacles and the generosity energy that comes with this card is people's thoughts and feelings about you is you're super generous, and you give things to people that most people would not. They would keep it for themselves. You're also very compassionate. I feel like you have all the time in the world for everyone else, but somebody is feeling like not everyone has the time and the world for you or gives the time and energy to you. You have a lot of wisdom. You know a lot of things. You might be really resourceful with your time and energy. Like you're able, again, kind of coming back to that Two of Pentacles, people's thoughts and feelings about you is you're able to like kick a lot of goals in a day. You're able to get a lot of things done in one day. And that's because you have your to-do list, right? Yeah, I don't know. I think you're just all about well-balanced relationships. You're all about a well-balanced lifestyle as well. It may not be a well-balanced lifestyle for some of you because it's all work and no play at this point in time. But like equality is also coming through here. And I feel like people see you as somebody who's always working towards equality or fighting for equality. You're an advocate for it, maybe for, minority groups is what I'm hearing. I don't know. I just think, I don't know. I just think you have a lot of people, like you may not even know these people either. Like this could be in a community that you're not even aware of. Like if you're out there like giving things away, like on like a community page or something like that, it could be those people saying, oh, like, and you might share advice every now and then, and people have just kind of got these thoughts and feelings about you based on the little information they have. But that's what I've got for you guys. Let me know if that resonated. Let me know if you are a Pentacles person, because that's mind-blowing that they all came out. Maybe I manifested it. But sending much love and light to you guys. If you're looking for a personal reading, head over to my Etsy store and I'll see you next time. Bye. Pile 2, welcome to your reading. Bees community. Might have a queen bee in this pile. You might like coffee. You could be 37. You could have been born in March or July or on the 3rd or the 7th. Or actually, that's so weird. That's my birthday. I was born on the 3rd of the 7th month. That's fucking weird. I'm not 37 though. Alrighty. We do have like a moth-like critter. Oh, it's a bee. I hang my head down in shame. That is a bee. Looks like a bee with big wings. So maybe you're ready to leave the nest. Fly. You want to fly away. What's that song? Lenny Kravitz. Alrighty. He's looking pretty good for a man in his 60s, isn't he? You could have an 8-pack. Could be totally ripped. Ripped as fuck. Or maybe that's just the way you like your men or your women. Alrighty. I digress. Let's find out what are people's thoughts and feelings about you. Pile 2. Cranberries are really coming through now. Is it cranberries? Yeah, what's in your head? Zombie. You're a very musical pile because all these songs are coming through, and it's not all the time I get songs. They come every now and then. I always thought about getting Juliss's music deck, but I just haven't got around to it because, like, to get that deck for me, I have to pay like $80 shipping or some shit. That's the joy of living in fucking Timbuktu of Australia, is postage is fucking ridiculous. Alrighty, so who are you? No, not who are you. People's thoughts and feelings. So obviously got strong Taurus. We've got with the moon Pisces. And then we've got all swords. So Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. So air energy is ruling. I guess we will just start with the swords then. Even just kind of thinking about that zombie song, like it's a pretty intense, very confronting song. It's also very controversial. And from memory, it was all about the like the bullshit going on in Ireland at the time, right, in Belfast. So I don't know if you've ever been to Belfast. Maybe you're from there. Welcome, hey. I went there once, and I remember going on a double-decker bus, and I was by myself. I was visiting my sister-in-law's mum when I was living in Scotland. And, oh, my God, I forgot to take gloves on the bus. And, fuck, I couldn't even move my hands when I got off. But anyway, I remember driving, like sitting on this bus, looking at all the different architecture, and they were doing the tour thing. And it was just so sad. Like, yeah, like the city is so... I don't know, like abstract and like very, like I don't want to say Belfast is an ugly city. Until you go, you won't really understand like the choice of word I'm using. But because of all the bullshit that went on there, like it doesn't have consistency with the architecture. Like it's all fucking weird. Like we've got a brand new building and then like this old, really majestic, like medieval looking place. And it's just so fucked up like that. And that's my opinion on it. You don't have to like it. But my opinion of Belfast is it was totally ruined because of all the bullshit that went on there with like, because it was religious wars, the Protestants against the Catholics, is it? And I'm so sorry if I've got that wrong. But yeah, it's just sad. Religion is fucking sad. You might feel like that. But yeah, sorry, I digress. Let's get into it. That's Belfast, my Belfast story and my opinion on another city. So yeah, Two of Pentacles. How are people feeling and thinking about you? I definitely feel like if any of you are at a crossroad, people might feel like you're grappling with a decision, like you're not really sure what to do yet. You haven't made a decision. You're super indecisive. Libra energy is really coming through. Like you're not sure what to do. People feel and think, maybe somebody's feeling and thinking you're not sure whether or not you want them in your life, or what you're going to do about them. Like maybe they're thinking that you're kind of going to like move on without them. You're sort of like impartial or neutral to the idea of trying to maintain harmony or like resolve some kind of conflict with someone. So somebody, I feel for most of you, is feeling very sad, like their thoughts and feelings about you is sad. I feel like they're sitting around, they're not sure what to do. Like they don't know what action to take towards you. And when you think about that song Zombie, it's pretty hectic, it's chaotic, it's a tower moment. So if you're going through a tower moment and you're pulling your energy away from somebody and I just feel like how they're thinking and feeling is like they don't know what to do. They don't know like how to like come towards you when you don't even know what you want or you don't even know what you're doing or something along the lines of that. For others of you, people could be feeling like you're very guarded or protective of yourself. Like you're not a person who just like puts everything out on the table and tells people your business. You're very secretive, and the Seven of Swords is coming to my third eye. So people might be feeling like at this time about you is you're keeping your true feelings or intentions very concealed in regards to how you maybe feel about them, how you feel about a certain situation. And that's to possibly avoid making a hasty decision. So maybe you haven't decided how you feel about somebody and they're fully aware that, well, that's what they're thinking. You don't know if you like them. But, the question I have to ask Paul too, do you know how they like you? Like, do you know if they like you? So I kind of feel like this person could be their own worst enemy. I actually feel like this person may do the bare minimum in a relationship, thinking like the other person knows what they're thinking and feeling or something. But yeah, I feel like it's an interesting energy I'm picking up with this, whoever's coming through in your reading. Let me know what's going on if you feel comfortable to share it in the comments. The Four of Swords in regards to people's thoughts and feelings about you. Yeah, look, it is a card that can talk about not ghosting. I don't feel like you're ghosting anyone, but you've pulled your energy back and you're really focusing on like something that, you're maybe reflecting on. Maybe people feel that you're somebody who really values personal space and you're a person who likes their alone time as well. Like too much social time is going to result in a lot of alone time. Or I should say a lot of social time will result in a lot of alone time. So people may feel and think that when you're isolating, it's because the only reason why you're isolating is because you've already gone out and hit your social quota, or you like your social, what's that word? Like your social energy, like meter or whatever it's called. You're at max capacity. People may think you're a person who likes to take a step back from the hustle and bustle of life to recharge and reflect on, things that you've experienced or things that you've observed. I definitely feel they think of you as somebody who is quite wise and very self-aware. You're very self-aware of feelings, but you don't like to share your feelings. You're probably more of an analytical, logical person as opposed to more of a emotional, feelings kind of person. Or at least this is what these people are thinking. Like you'd rather talk about thoughts than feelings. And it could be the fact that you just maybe weren't raised in a household where feelings were allowed to be discussed or feelings were invited or supported to be discussed. Maybe that's what they're thinking and feeling about you. I definitely feel like people feel you have a very calm and peaceful demeanor. You definitely have the ability to maintain composure in moments that might seem a bit chaotic here. You seem very at peace within yourself. Maybe you are able to transpire that energy into your environments as well. Like people may think that you're able to stay cool, calm and collected because you spend so much time alone that you don't live a chaotic, you don't live or work in a chaotic environment. So you're more like this real all this eat, love, pray kind of energy. Somebody might be a little bit jealous of your lifestyle is what I'm hearing. And for others of you, maybe people feel you're a bit detached or aloof. Like you have this aloofness to you, you're oblivious to what's going on around you because you're so relaxed and so you've learned how to go within so much that you're very detached to your environment. Like your environments do not rock your boat, jilt your energy is what I'm hearing. So yeah, I definitely feel like a lot of people, what their thoughts about you, I would say this is more about thoughts and feelings for this pile because of all the swords coming out. But you're a person who 100% balances their social engagements in correspondence to solitude. So you'll go and be in like a social scene, like I believe I've already acknowledged this, but there's a heavy emphasis on it. Oh, we've seen pile 2 now. We won't see anything for him for a week. So you may have a job that requires you to sort of like come in and out of like a location or something like that. Alrighty, so then when we think about the we did the 4 of Swords, didn't we? Duh. So I guess we'll move on to the Hierophant. This is like giving me strong like vibes about your morals, your beliefs, very traditional norms. Somebody could be thinking that you might have a traditional perspective or opinion on relationships or like life or something. Like it could be very black and white, I'm hearing. I feel like somebody thinks like, I don't know, maybe that you have a very conventional ideology about certain areas in your life. So you only invest time and energy into a person if you can see a long-term commitment. Somebody's feeling like that. And maybe kind of coming back to that initial energy of the 2 of Swords, like maybe that person's like, well, maybe you're trying to figure out if you see a long-term opportunity with them. I definitely feel like with the Hierophant coming out, that people feel like you're going to uphold whatever cultural, spiritual, like values, beliefs, traditions that you obtain over your feelings for somebody. So take that as it resonates, because that could be seen very differently for all of you. I also feel with the Hierophant, I don't know, I think you're very trusting in you're very trusting in your knowledge because of all the experiences that you have had. So I definitely feel like somebody's thinking you take more of a steadfast approach to life's complexities or life decisions because you've already experienced so much. So you're very equipped with whatever comes forward towards you. Maybe it's how you deal with relationships, Pile 2. Like somebody, if you're dealing with anyone romantically, like maybe you've left them unread. Maybe you've left them with, I'm not sure if I want to hang out with you anymore. And their thoughts and feelings are coming through with you because this person seems sad and it feels like one person. It's not to say it's just one person, but it's obviously a message that needs to be reached to somebody in the audience. Like if you're trying to decide whether or not you want to pursue something with somebody, they're either reading your energy really well, and this is resonating. Well, they're obviously reading your energy really well is sort of what I'm picking up. Page of Swords is an interesting one to come out. Like, I feel like this has got something to do with like, more your personality as opposed to anything else. They could be feeling like they need to spy on you to understand you a bit more. Like, I feel like this person is very focused or fixated on you. Maybe you're focused or fixated on them. I doubt it, though. It is a spy card. So maybe what they're wondering if you're spying on them. It can suggest that they're feeling about you. Maybe you're not that into them, right? If this has got to do with this romantic energy, like you've become very restless and maybe you're really impulsive. So you're quick, like pages are like, they're not immature energies, but they're the youngest of the court cards. So there is an immaturity there. So maybe this person feels like you're being immature because you're not telling them what's on your mind. You're not actually being truthful to whatever situation this is connected to. They could also be feeling like you're more stuck in your head as opposed to being stuck in your heart space, and that you're more operating from an intellectual, like You know, like when they say people have like got book smarts and they're not very good at social skills, it's giving me that vibe. Like you're lacking social skills at this point in time because you're not telling them what you truly feel or think. I also think with the Page of Swords, you know, people might feel you're just a person who is only focused on learning and getting ahead in life and not really relationship stuff. There's no relationship cards here. So what they could be feeling and thinking is like you do like have zero interest on relationships, on pursuing a relationship with them. Like this person is very hurt, I'm hearing. Like they don't even want to be with me. I feel like I've been investing time and energy, but they haven't. That's what I'm hearing from you, but they haven't. They haven't done enough, or they haven't really showed me what it is that they're looking for. So yeah, I think although you can be very able to articulate your thoughts and inspire others, I feel like what this person's thinking, pile number 2, is that you can't articulate and like explain your feelings right now. Like you're saying everything but what you're actually feeling. Well, that's how they're feeling. Like it's like you're beating around the bush instead of telling them what's really on your mind. You're kind of just clutching at straws or something like that, they feel. So the moon would suggest that you're hiding something. That's how they feel. You're hiding secrets. You're hiding emotions, right? The moon's all about our emotions. They definitely feel you're being very mysterious at this time, right? That you're holding something deep down and not bringing it to the surface. You know, that you're sitting in your inner thoughts and your emotions, as opposed to what's the word? Bringing them like to the surface or something. I'm remembering like an iceberg. I see an iceberg in my third eye, and this person feels like they've only got to know the tip of the iceberg. They have no idea what you're feeling about them. They have no idea if you care about their feelings for you. It could even be the fact that how people feel about you or think about you is you're like, a bit of an onion here. You've got heaps of different layers. And the more you get to know pile 2, the deeper you're going to find like the depths you're going to be able to learn about them is what I think some people are feeling or thinking about you. You're definitely in touch with your intuitive side here. And you're also an empath is what somebody is thinking or feeling. But you're definitely being thought of as somebody who's difficult to fully understand. Somebody doesn't understand you. Like they're very, very confused. They don't know what to do. They don't know what to say. They're just sort of waiting for you, pile 2. They're waiting for you to maybe get more curious and be more intrigued about them in order to maybe open up dialogue or like communication here. But you are seen as a very complex person when it comes to emotions and telling people how you feel. That's at least how somebody is thinking. So that's what I've got for you guys. Let me know if that resonated, and I'll see you next time. Bye. Pile number 3, crystals, welcome, to your reading. Got card number 9. We could have some hermits in the house, some Virgos. We could also have Libra energy, and you could have been born in September. Maybe you're born on the 9th month. You could be big advocates for crystals, crystal healing. I wouldn't mind laying down on a bed of crystals would be nice. We've got achievements. So some of you could have achieved a lot through crystal healing, or maybe that's like, your belief, your understanding. We're taking them too many. All right, let's see how people are thinking and feeling about pile number 3. Knight of Swords. 4 of Pentacles. Holding back. Queen of Cups. Nice. King of Wands. Ooh, an 8 of Swords. You could be, I'm sort of getting like, you could have come from the previous pile, but it is a little bit different energy. But it kind of gives me the impression like you could be really holding back. Like you're hard to catch is what I think. So I definitely feel like this energy coming through, it's from a mixture of different people's thoughts and feelings. The other piles are a little bit different. But jumping into it, like the Knight of Swords in regards to what people are thinking and feeling about you, well, there's a couple of things. The first thing I'm picking up is like you're very driven and very ambitious individual, and that is why you're hard to catch. Your mind is on your money and your money's on your mind at this time. And you're someone who's not afraid to take charge, to charge forward to achieve your goals. And you're not going to let anyone get in the way of that. Like you're not going to let your parents, your siblings, your boyfriends, your girlfriends, your lovers, your situationships. That's how people think about you at this time or feel about you. You could be a person being thought about regarding having a sharp mind, and like wit is also. So somebody is feeling like your mind is very sharp and very witty. It's really hard to sort of go up against you. It's somebody is feeling or thinking about you like it's hard to put you down or bring you down because you're too sharp. You're too decisive as well. You could be very possessive of not possessive, maybe very protective of your accomplishments and your achievements here. You're definitely not afraid to express your thoughts and ideas boldly or opinions. You're very opinionated. So people could have a sense of inferior or intimidation with you guys. Thinking about the Queen of Swords now, I see in my third eye, people fear you, pile 3. They fear you because they aren't you. They haven't accomplished what you have. Like you've had lifetime after lifetime in this lifetime. And like, I feel like you're very headstrong. People feel like you're a person who's very headstrong. You know where you're going. You know what you're doing. Like, get out of my way. Like, you could be quite arrogant and obnoxious as well, is what I'm hearing, or at least this is what somebody thinks. Like, oh, pile 3 told me to get out of the way. They don't have time to talk to me. That sort of energy. So somebody is feeling sort of maybe a little bit isolated here. You could definitely be seen or being thought of, in regards to you being very impulsive in the decisions that you make. It might look impulsive to others, pile 3, but you've probably when you think about the Page of Swords, they're very curious creatures, right? They go and study heaps of random shit before they go and make a decision. Well, you're the next, Knight of Swords is after that. So people may think of you as somebody who doesn't know what the fuck they're doing, but you know what you're doing, and that's all that matters. But I don't know if people think that. Maybe they feel it, but they're not thinking it. But yeah, you're a person on a quest is what somebody's thinking. You're on a quest, but not to them. So you may have a lot of people in your past that you've left behind because you're like, fuck, if I stay with you, you're just going to bring me down. So kudos to you if if that resonates, because it's hard to walk away from love if you're chasing your goals and your dreams. Like, so many people choose love over, they'll choose a bad relationship over their own sanity. You're not that, and that's what people think about you. Nah, pile 3 would rather choose money. I'm surprised we don't see, well, we've got 4 of Pentacles here, which can talk about greed. You could be really greedy. There's nothing wrong with that. Nothing whatsoever. So I guess that's a nice little segue into the 4 of Pentacles. It is a card that I can suggest people feel like you are greedy with your time, greedy with your money. But yeah, I feel like they might be thinking you're very guarded and very possessive of something at this time. You could be possessive of your money. There's definitely some kind of possessive energy coming through. At least somebody feels that way. You're not possessive with them, though. You're very selective with things or the people that you're possessive with. Nah, you can have this, but you can't have that. That's what I'm hearing. I'll give you this, but you can't. I'm not giving you that. So you could be a person who's got a lot of things, and you've got a lot of people around you who want to take your things, like a sibling or something. because you're very protective of your resources, your material items, right? And that's because you're very careful, right? You treat all of your material items with a lot of respect. That's why they last you so long. At least this is what people are thinking about you. I also think what people feel about you, it's very hard to get into your circle. Like, you don't just let any Tom, Dick, or Harry up in your home. You're very selective about who you share your time and energy with. And people are fully aware of this. Like, I think you've got acquaintances and like whatever comes before an acquaintance, you know, people who sort of like may see you at the gym but you've never spoken to, or you might have spoken to them there. Like, there's a wall there, right? People feel like you have a big wall there and you don't need anyone in your life, and you're more than happy to like just be out there doing your own thing, chasing whatever goals or dreams. Like, here's a camel in the back of the imagery there. Like, camels can last forever in the desert. Like, forever. So you have endurance about you. Like, I think maybe what people feel like, I don't know what the fucking analogy is coming through here, but, you know, I'm envisioning a camel in the desert by itself and it like being happy, like completely fucking stranded, and it's still being happy, like just chewing away on, I don't know, there's nothing really in the desert to chew on. So maybe what people feel about you is like you would rather be alone in a desert than hang out with them. Like, the last place you'd want to be is to be with them. That's how somebody is feeling. That's brutal. It's very Queen of Swords treatment, really. Like, fuck off and get out of my way. You know, they might feel you're a bit prudent here, in a way, I guess, but you definitely, they definitely feel like you have strong views around, like, well, not strong views, maybe you really value a secure and stable like support network. So that's why you're selective with the people that you have in your nest or in your home. But yeah, there's definitely something about your home here. Don't disallow anyone in your home. Like, and if people want to bring somebody to your home, you want to do a vet check or something like that. People could be feeling like you're a person who does resist to change, like you're overly cautious, which like that whole vet check thing would align with that energy. They might actually be feeling or thinking like that way you are, if it hasn't already led to creating like challenges or obstacles, what they could be thinking is it's going to eventually, like, you know, pile 3 can't be like that and be selective forever. Like, they're going to end up with no friends. But you're a camel in the desert. You're not going to give a fuck about that. That's how I feel. Like, you're like, man, I'll just sit here with all my diamonds and pearls and fuck everyone. That's sort of the vibe I've got. You like your shiny things. You've worked hard for it, you know. And the King of Wands coming out there, like you're obviously in boss energy. You're a visionary. So you're really good at bringing in money. You're probably really good at spending it too. Queen of Cups. What are they thinking and feeling? Somebody could have really like strong feelings for you here. Like, they could be completely smitten with the Queen of Cups coming out. But yeah, whether it's that or whether it's just the fact that they're thinking about you in the light of the Queen of Cups, right? So they feel you're very nurturing and very empathetic. They see you as somebody who connects with others on an emotional level. But again, you're selective. Now, a traditional Queen of Cups is not selective. Like, they're out there handing out their love like it's going out of fashion, right? There's nothing wrong with that if you do really resonate with the Queen of Cups. But based off the Knight of Swords and the Four of Pentacles, people see that you shower certain people with love, but not them. Or at least that's how they feel. Like, you know, pile 3, like, I know that they're loving and nurturing. I know that they are so kind and caring, but I don't get that. Everyone else is getting that, but I don't get that. And I think a lot of like acquaintances are picking up on that. It's like, oh, how come they don't want to spend time with me? You know, how come they don't want to listen to me? more importantly, like, how come they don't open up to me is what I'm hearing. Like, I've confided in them about XYZ, yet they just have everything, their feelings and their thoughts like in a vault is what I'm hearing. Yeah. You have a strong sense of intuition. I think somebody's thinking that you know more about them than maybe what you've even invested time and energy to know about them. But somebody is feeling like your intuition skills, because Queen of Cups, highly intuitive, very psychic energy. You can read people really easily, but if you've got your rose-colored glasses on, you're out there just showering everyone with love who doesn't deserve it. So that's sort of the vibe I'm picking up with that. But what else? It's like maybe somebody thinks like, your perception can get a bit warped because you might just be wearing rose-colored glasses as well for some of you. But I think because of the swords, I think for the vast majority, you're very selective. There's no rose-colored glasses here. Like for some of you, you might get caught out every now and then with your rose-colored glasses on, and you might have these heartfelt moments and then something might happen, but you've already caught on to it before it really unfolds, and then you're on the out, like you're out. But you're a person that people understand or think that you value emotional depth in your relationship. So if they can't offer you that, you're not going to be interested in what they have to bring to the table. So people could be fully aware that if they don't act accordingly, if they don't act with integrity, pile 3 is not going to want anything to do with me. This could be suitors, people that you meet out on dates or anything, something like that. Their thoughts if you're dating. Now, the King of Wands to come out, people, on a cheeky note might think you're married in some way, shape or form because it is a marriage card. But, I think they think of you as somebody who's very confident, very inspiring and very passionate, okay? Very charismatic and very charming as well here. But yeah, you're definitely a person, this is reiterating the Knight of Swords, but on a higher level. Like they think of you as somebody who will not stop at nothing. They will take charge and pursue goals. So if they like me, they'll chase me. So the thing I want to flag there with you guys, if you're dealing with anyone romantically and you're wondering why they're not taking action, is because this is how they think and feel about you. Well, they'll chase me because they're so determined, they're motivated. That probably repulses some of you, especially depending what gender you are. But yeah, I definitely feel like somebody feels that if you're into them, you won't stop at nothing to ensure that they're your person or you're in a relationship with. You definitely stand out in a crowd. You're very much thought of somebody who's a natural born leader. You're very professional. Like, you're always acting, like reserve or something. You're always analyzing the room or scanning the room or observing the room before, like, I don't know, bringing something to light, or maybe knowing how to behave or act. People might see you as somebody who's very strategic and manipulative in a little way. Like, there's all different sides to pile 3, but, they'll scan the room before they bring out a certain side is what I'm hearing. I'm hearing somebody say, bitch, I got a PhD in multiple personalities. Don't we all? I feel like that's it with the king. So 8 of Swords, they might feel like, I don't know, it's a very unusual like imagery, this 8 of Swords, right? She's blindfolded, but she can still see to the gods. So I don't know. I feel like with this 8 of Swords is giving me the vibe, like what people think is like you pretend you can't see, but you've got access. Like you've got access to higher knowledge that you don't talk about. You pretend you don't know what's going on, but you 100% know what's going on. And I'm looking more back at that Queen of Cups. Somebody thinks like you try and play, what's the word? Like you try and play dumb, or you try and play down your intelligence or your intuition. because you already know what people are thinking and feeling. Like, you're very in touch with that. Like, your level of discernment is very Queen of Swords, like PhD in discernment, meaning like your ability to like analyze somebody, like you can analyze them emotionally, spiritually, mentally, and then you'll know whether or not you'll pursue that person in a friendship, relationship, and so forth. So you're very threatening, I feel like. Not threatening in a bad way, but it's like you're threatening to people who want to use and abuse people. Like, people can't use you and abuse you. They might at the beginning think they can, and then they realize you're actually not a doormat, and then they probably get scared, because the Eight of Swords also indicates to me I don't feel like they feel you're in the Eight of Swords energy. I feel like you put people in the Eight of Swords energy. That's how somebody's thinking or feeling. Like, they're struggling with a situation that's unfolded with you, and it's becoming really overwhelming because you're not saying nothing. I feel like you're not doing anything, you're not saying anything, you're keeping them unread, like you're being very strategic, scheming in a way. Maybe you're holding a mirror up and returning their energy to them, like return to sender. I also feel with the Eight of Swords, like somebody is thinking about how they're stuck in a cycle of negative thinking because of you. Has pile 3 put me in some kind of fucking trance? Or is it the fact that what they're feeling and thinking is they can't get their mind off you? They're very stuck on you. They're very trapped in your energy. Maybe, somebody did the wrong thing by you. They tried to hide it from you. You knew what was going on. You pulled your energy back and you didn't say, fuck off, leave me alone. You left all of that. You've just ghosted. It's like, if they reach out to you, you're still pleasant, but you don't engage in conversation. You say goodbye, and that's going to eat at somebody a whole lot worse than giving them a piece of your mind, calling them out on the bullshit they did. There's nothing more insulting than people pretending they don't know something's happened when they were there, and you may not have had the full understanding, but your intuition guided you to understand what actually went down. And those people then want to return because their life's hit the shamble, or they're stuck in this negative cycle. There's no, they're unable to see a clear path forward. They're feeling mentally trapped because you're no longer interested in them, or there's some other bullshit that's unfolded because of their bad behavior. That's sort of the energy I'm picking up. Like, this Eight of Swords is somebody thinking and feeling very trapped because of something they did to you, and it completely fucking backfired. It didn't make you run towards them. It made you run the other way. And this person is very trapped. They're feeling very trapped in this Eight of Swords energy. You definitely thought of somebody who can overcome any obstacle or challenge with your eyes shut. That's fine. I'll figure it out. If it's sort of like people think, it's like you can attack pile 3, you can come for them, but they will feel you coming, see you coming. They're so spiritually protected. You'll be fucked before you know it. A plan can never be completely executed against you, is what somebody's feeling or thinking. So you may actually have people around you who have tried to take you down pile 3, but they can't. And they probably think in the beginning they can. And then as they're on this stupid journey of destruction against you, the destruction actually comes back to them tenfold within matters of minutes, moments, days. It's the repercussions are very prompt. Swords energy is prompt, could just mean weeks. I don't know. I think these people feel you as somebody who's got the power to change any situation, right? You can turn anything around. People can come for you and you'll turn it around and it'll come for them then. And I think it leaves a lot of people fucking shocked, especially your haters, your enemies. You know how to break free from things that are holding you back, trying to hold you down, trying to get in your way of your success. You can break free from those things in such a what's the word? In such a mature energy. And you probably think, there's nothing mature about me, but there is, because I feel like you do. I think you make people suffer in silence. People don't know they're going to suffer. but they realize it because of that Eight of Swords. But that's what I got for you. So that was wild. Anyway, enjoy. See you next time. Bye.